Hi guys. I have to do recording just to clarify a little bit about the judicial frauds regarding to the settlement inheritance case, the settlement case that I have reached. Okay, because this case has been dragging for so many years. When initially I unblocked my birthright inheritances, okay, during that time all the monarchies, okay, 26 monarchies are already been bankrupted. They are insolvent. Okay, we use legal action to bankrupt all the monarchies, including the central banks. Okay, so after because I was the one doing the negotiation with them. So they agreed and we agreed to unblock my inheritances. That's how come we were able to salvage all the countries in the world during the pandemic. We were able to release the handouts for the people. You remember everyone get receive certain types of handouts from the governments during the pandemic. Those are all my inheritances monies. Okay, none of the governments have to fork out their taxpayers money. It wasn't taken from any taxpayers. Okay, so what's the issue right now is it seems like the judicial branch are not honoring the settlement that I have made. Okay, because if you look at the politics in Malaysia, even we are facing problem with our former Prime Minister Tun Mahathir. Actually, he has already reached a settlement with my trust. Even the late Tun Daim Zainuddin, unfortunately, he passed away. He has reached the settlement with me. That was before my old man Charlie Munger passed away. So a lot of things has been settled actually in between the litigants. I think you guys who have been handling the litigations, you guys knows it. Who what were discussed and agreed and was supposed to be settled. So my issue here is just something that happened after I reached the settlement. Okay, it was when I asked them to set up a local IDGT. Okay, they usurped the money and did not pay me back, and they used a counterfeit to become me in the court of law. So with that action itself, it invalidated the trust that has been set up in Malaysia. That's why I re-established the trust now in US in a different jurisdiction. It's no longer in Malaysia. Okay. So what's the issue now? The issue now is because think I think our government is using a judicial trick, okay, to deceive, to manipulate the people, okay, because I also, as a part of the people, if you do that to me, you are manipulating me. Okay. Whatever settlement that I have won, you have to release it back to me. Whatever settlement or agreed upon settlement with the my predecessors like Tun Mahathir or the late Tun Dain Zainuddin, you guys have to settle their case and cannot continue to press charges against them because we did reach a agreement not to press charges in court and settle outside of the court. So if those settlement has already been settled right before my predecessor passed away, my old man before he passed away, by right all those cases are already been resolved, okay? But what happened is they did manipulation in the court and stolen the settlement money that was supposed to be paid back to me. Okay, that was how the entire this messiness, these shenanigans that they have conducted has created a lot of cost and ripple effects. So a lot of things that shouldn't had happened has already occurred because they try to hijack the inheritance to become their own. Okay, what is inheritance is something you inherited, and it doesn't mean that if you change a document and certain things it will become another person's inheritance. It's already been settled for and the document was already issued by the court. So the court that issue those documents, they know that I did not receive my settlement, and they know my inheritances were stolen and been usurped. Usurp means they secretly using your money without letting you know. That is called usurp. Illegally using your money. Okay. And as for why so many chaos is happening right now in every part of the world, okay, I don't know how many countries now are having riots. Okay, probably they have different agenda, different political problems. So I cannot touch on that. Okay, I just touch on Malaysia. How come my case was dragged for so long? How come my own house was stolen and sold off, and then I became homeless? Okay, and they stole all my benefits as a heiress that's supposed to receive the benefits. All of it, they stolen everything that's supposed to be paid to me. Okay, those were the settled deal that have reached when we unblock. Okay, unblock the entire world's inheritance, so that every countries, right, their government will be able to conduct their social welfare programs for their people according to what their parliament can approve. Of course, it's not that, okay, we have unblocked this inheritance that means everybody can go debt free. It doesn't work like that. You guys have to depend on your government. Like, you guys have to raise your concern or your demand to the government. What are the benefits that you would like to receive, and then the government, if they approve it, then you guys will be able to receive it. Just like in Malaysia, we were able to deliver some UBI, okay, UBI to our people. So those are all the inheritance money that I have fought back, okay, in the last cycle. In the last cycle, we fought really hard against the old empire's control of my birthright inheritances, okay. Currently, the old empire doesn't control our birthright inheritances, but of course there are still many things that we need to go through them, because certain countries are basically monarchies. Okay, so you can't say that because they have been bankrupted, or they have already collapsed, and then you no longer want to follow the rule of laws. You can't go that way. Okay, you still have to follow the rule of laws, but what can be negotiated now is more flexible, because they are not in control. Okay, not even the Rothschilds family, they are not in control. Okay, so a lot of times it depends on the lawmakers, on the judges, how they um study a case and decide on whether they approve a certain request for funding. Okay, so I think that's about it. Something that I want to clarify about our inheritances. Okay, thanks.